So come to a seat. We'll start in a seat. So you can sit on your block or any other way that feels rooted. If you want to listen to music, hit play on your playlist before you get yourself settled. And yeah, so sit on your heels, sit on your block, sit cross-legged, whatever allows you to sit with a really nice tall spine. So you are rooted on your mat. Feel the length in your low back, a little lift of your chest, even the slightest tuck of your chin to lengthen the back of your neck. Let your palms just soften to your legs or wherever is comfortable, and close your eyes. Start to engage the rhythmic connection to your breath. And as we've been exploring for many, many weeks now through the Chakra series, we are entering into the energetic body. And the energetic body is actually introduced through your breath. So it's not just your breath, but your breath absolutely connects you to the deeper energies in yourself. The throat chakra is often referred to as the communication chakra. The Sanskrit is Vishuddha. And Vishuddha is translated one of two ways, either especially pure or the opposite, especially free from poison. So it's all about essentially what's passing through your throat. Is it pure or is it poison? So we're focusing in on this kind of sense of truth and expression, self-expression that we have with ourselves, with other people, literally the words we communicate, but as well as a higher power. If there's a spiritual practice, a spiritual focus in your life, the communication with that spiritual being is a piece of this energy as well. With that in mind, a very simple mantra: inhale, think I am. Exhale, honest and expressive. Again, take a big breath in and a big breath out. Begin to seal your lips, breathe in and out of your nose. The element associated with the throat chakra is space. So even as you add this Ujjayi pranayama breath, which is a little bit constricting physically, continue to build space in the movement in and out of your breath and embody the opportunity to create space in your communication. So being open, being willing to explore what those channels of communication might be, even during your practice today, as much as time off your mat. One more breath in. Through your nose, breathe out. Blink your eyes open. You can keep your palms on your legs. We're going to do a real simple little neck stretch here. So let your chin drop to your chest. And then your right ear roll over towards your right shoulder. So your gaze comes back to the front of the mat. You can take your left fingertips and creep them down on the ground away from you a little bit. That might deepen the intensity of the stretch along the left side of your neck. Or you can lift your fingertips up and you might notice a little bit deeper stretch as well. And just let gravity help your chin or your ear soften through your shoulder. Keep your chest lifted, your gaze forward. One more breath in. One more breath out. Bring your left hand back onto your thigh. Let your chin drop to your chest. And then roll your left ear towards your left shoulder. Your gaze back to the front. Chest lifted and forward. Maybe you creep your right fingertips down on the ground next to you. You could creep them out a little bit further or even lift them up off the mat. This feels really intuitive on the other side, and on this side it just feels really weird. So I don't know if you have a similar connection, but just whatever it feels like, continue connect to your breath, and remember, create space in your practice to communicate. Communication is listening as much as talking. Slowly bring your chin back to center, chin back to your chest. Just a couple seated cats and cows. Inhale, seated cow, shrug your shoulders down, lift your gaze. Exhale, seated cat, round your shoulders in, bring your chin to your chest. Again, inhale, seated cow, lengthen your spine, then look up. Exhale, seated cat, round your spine, look down. Lots of movement in your neck today. One more, inhale, seated cow, feel the lift of your chin. Exhale, seated cat, drop your chin to your chest. Inhale back to a neutral spine, gaze forward, reach through the crown of your head. And then exhale, tabletop pose. Plant your palms at the top of your mat. Step your knees back. You can set your block aside if you're sitting on it. And just start to find some movement here. So the little, we've already done kind of some cats and cows, but you could roll out your neck a little if you want to stay with the movement happening in your neck. We've been sitting a lot, so after sitting, it always feels good to find some movement in your hips, maybe some movement in your shoulders. Shoulders will get a fair amount of attention today as well. And when all that initial organic movement feels sufficient, push back to your first downward facing dog. So as you're ready, curl your toes under, lift your hips, add a little wiggle in your legs, a little movement side to side in your hips. Could also continue to roll out your neck here, feeling a little relaxation, release and tension in your neck. And then eventually come to stillness and downward facing dog. Feel your hips lift a little higher. Let your heels sink a little bit lower. And then take a moment to engage more in your core. Draw your navel in, lift up through your tailbone, breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, ragdoll pose. Step your feet behind your wrists, soften through the crown of your head. You can grab for opposite elbow or forearm, or you could just let the backs of your hands hang heavy on your mat. Really find some opportunity to release your shoulders here though. Really relax your shoulders, let gravity help your spine elongate. You can move a lot, you can move a little, maybe not at all. And as you're ready, switch to the opposite side. You could add a little chest expansion if you'd like, or really any other variation here in this first forward fold that would feel nice in your body. And then release your fingertips down, bring your feet together to touch, bend your knees a lot, and slowly, slowly, slowly arrive up in a standing position. Lift through the crown of your head. Find some couple shoulder rolls here again to the back, couple to the front, whatever movement you need before standing at attention pose. Press your thumbs to your heart. Blink your eyes closed, my friends. Squeeze your legs together. Tuck your tailbone under. Lift your chest to your thumbs and reach through the crown of your head. So today is all about communication. So take the opportunity to add that to your intention. What would you like to add a little bit of communication to? Is there something you want to listen to a little more intently? Or is there something you can create as a line of communication as part of your practice, leaning into self-expression and all the aspects that good communication requires? Whatever that looks like for you, we'll send it out with a unified breath. Exhale all the air from your lungs. Breathe and fill up. Open up, exhale, let it go. Seal your lips, inhale, think I am. Through your nose, exhale, expressive and honest. Blink your eyes open, soften your palms to your sides. A little different sun A today. Inhale, mountain pose, lift and reach through your fingertips. As you exhale, airplane your arms behind you, lift to your tiptoes so your heels come off the mat, and then drop your chin onto your chest and gaze down. We're gonna call this palm tree pose, stolen from a yoga teacher in Boulder, Colorado, whose classes I love. Anyways, squeeze your legs together, get a little bit of length at the back of your neck by gazing down to your mat. And inhale back to mountain pose, press your heels, reach up, maybe you look up. Exhale, forward fold, lead with your chest as you lower down. Inhale, halfway lift, create a really long spine. Exhale, crouch and curl, tense your fingers, sink your hips down to your heels, lift your heels from the mat, and then tuck your chin onto your chest. Round yourself into a tiny little ball, push your forehead down towards your knees, shrug your shoulders away from your ears, and feel your core engaged to help you stabilize a little more. Stay for a breath in. And a breath out. Let's flow it a couple times. Inhale, mountain pose, press into your heels. Use the full breath to stand up and reach high. Exhale, palm tree, airplane your arms, lift your heels, drop your gaze. Inhale, mountain pose. Maybe you look up to feel that movement in your chin. Exhale, forward fold, lead with your chest, lower down. Inhale, halfway lift, reach through the crown of your head. Exhale, crouch and curl, sink your hips low, lift your heels high, breathe in, press your chin to your chest. Breathe out, round even more. One more time, inhale, mountain pose, root down, rise up, hold the length in your breath. Exhale, palm tree. Use your core to help you stabilize after you lift your heels up and you look down. Inhale, mountain pose. Maybe you look up. Exhale, forward fold. Glide down towards your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Create that long, long spine. Exhale, crouch and curl. Get really, really small. One more time. Breathe in here. Breathe out. Inhale, halfway lift, press your heels to the mat, lift your chest. Exhale, high plank pose, plant your palms, step your feet to the back. Feel your shoulders lift over your wrists, suck your navel up to your spine and broaden your shoulder blades apart. Breathe in. Exhale, lower all the way down to your bellies, knees, torso, chin to the mat, setting up cobra pose. Walk your thumbs back next to your rib cage, press into your toenails, and then inhale, cobra pose, lift your chin, lift your chest, pause and breathe. Press into your feet, feel your glutes squeeze together, feel your chest broaden and lift a little higher. Breathe and feel that arch in your spine. Opposite movement of crouch and curl. Exhale, slowly release your chin down. 2 movements with breath. Inhale, cobra. Use the full inhale breath to lift and arch your back. Exhale, use the full breath to control, lower down. One more time. Inhale, cobra pose. Lift for the whole breath. Exhale, gentle release down. Plant your palms under your shoulders. Inhale, high plank pose. Curl your toes to the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips. 2 big breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Again, inhale, I am. Exhale, expressive and honest. Let's do sun B. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, feet to touch at the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, chair pose, bend your knees, lift your chest, pause and breathe in your first chair pose. Sink your weight far back into the backs of your feet. Tuck your tailbone down as you sink your hips a little lower and lift your chest a little higher. Breathe in. Exhale, airplane your arms, squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other. Inhale, mountain pose as a lift of your chin. Exhale, forward fold, lead with your chest. Connect to breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Feel that space in your breath. Exhale, high to low plank. First time we've done that in our practice today. Inhale, upward facing dog. Feel that opening through your throat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips. Inhale, kick your right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Really round your spine forward. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step your foot between your palms. Inhale, crescent lunge, tuck your tailbone, lift your chest, reach your fingertips to the ceiling, pause and breathe. So you're in a standing lunge position. So press into your back foot to lift the back of your left thigh and guide your right knee on top of your ankle. At a steeple grip above you, interlace all your fingers and then point your index fingers up. Lift your gaze to your palms, breathe in. Exhale, add a back bend. Begin to trace your fingers behind you. Again, notice what's happening in your throat. Feel that lift of your gaze, chin to the ceiling, sternum to the ceiling. Use the steeple grip to help you trace your back bend a little bit further back. Beautiful. Inhale back to crescent lunge. Gaze forward, release your steeple grip. Exhale, add angel wings. Take a big swooping motion down and interlace your fingers underneath your right thigh. Keep your lunging legs. It's like you're hugging a big beach ball. So your hands are hovering in midair between the ground and your right hamstring, and keep your spine nice and long. Inhale, star pose, toes out, heels in, open to the side of your mat. As you exhale, add eagle arms on the left. So left arm under your right, palms to touch, or give yourself a big bear hug, and then add goddess pose legs. Goddess pose with eagle arms. First one, find a little movement here. Bend in your legs, kind of shimmy your hips, whatever feels good. And then as you're ready, come to a bit more stillness, sink low into your goddess pose legs. Feel your spine nice and long, shoulders stacked over hips. Then we're gonna do a little movement in goddess pose. Inhale, add that cow pose in your back. Lift your chest, lift your elbows, lift your gaze. Exhale, add the cat pose. Round your spine, bring your elbows down, gaze chin to chest. And inhale, star pose, big sweeping rise up. Exhale, warrior two, point your right knee forward, right toes forward, reach long through your fingertips and breathe. Push to the knife edge of your back foot. Feel your back glute engage. Your back leg is so engaged and strong. Shrug your shoulders down, broaden your chest. Inhale, reverse warrior. Keep the bend in your front knee. Exhale, high to low plank. Plant your palms, step back, bend your elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do it on the left. Inhale, kick your left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, chin to chest, round your back. Inhale, leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step it through. Inhale, crescent lunge. Use your core strength to help you lift your chest. Shoulders over hips, reach to the ceiling, pause and breathe. Set up your first standing lunge on this side. Your core stability will help you feel a little bit more balanced. So squeeze your inner thighs, tuck your tailbone under. Add the steeple grip overhead, point your index fingers to the ceiling, then inhale, look at your palms. Exhale, add your back bend. Begin to lift your chest, lift your gaze, sweep your shooter fingers, your pointer fingers towards the back of the room behind you to add that arch in your spine. Gorgeous, my friends. Inhale back to crescent lunge, release your steeple grip, lengthen your spine. Exhale, add your angel wings. Make a big swooping motion down with your palms like they're wings, and then interlace your fingers, hovering them underneath your left leg. Keep your lunge legs, lift your navel up and in, and broaden your chest forward. Inhale, star pose, push into your right foot to lift and open to the side. Exhale, add eagle arms on the right, and then goddess pose legs. Right arm under left, take your eagle arms variation that works for you. And once you're in your goddess pose legs, just kind of move one more time. Last time we'll hold goddess pose. So opportunity to just find a little movement before you settle down into the posture. Tuck your tailbone down, push into the outer edges of your feet. Now that little movement with breath. Inhale, cow pose in your back, lift your gaze, lift your elbows. Exhale, cat pose, round your spine, tuck your chin to your chest. Inhale, star pose, big rise up. Exhale, warrior two, point your left toes forward, gaze over your left palm, reach through your fingertips. Feel your left knee point straight forward. Sometimes it has a tendency to point inward. So make sure you've noticed it going straight to the front of your mat. Feel that little tuck in your tailbone, broaden your chest. Beautiful. Inhale, reverse warrior, sweep your left palm up. Exhale, high to low plank, travel towards your mat. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. That's our sun B. Take a big breath in. Take a big breath out. Let's flow through it. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, chair pose, sit low into your chair. Exhale, airplane arms, sweep your triceps high to the ceiling. Inhale, mountain pose, give a little lift of your chin and mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Feel that space you're creating in your throat. Inhale, halfway lift, reach through the crown of your head. Exhale, high to low plank, hug your elbows right to your rib cage. Inhale, upward facing dog, broaden through your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift your hips. Inhale, kick your right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, push your chin to your chest as you push forward. Inhale, kick your right leg up. Exhale, low lunge, step it through. Inhale, crescent lunge, come to stand at a steeple grip overhead. Exhale, add your back bend, trace your fingers behind you. Inhale, crescent lunge, reach high. Exhale, angel wings, interlace your fingers, hover under your right leg. Inhale, star pose, open to the side of your mat. Exhale, eagle arm goddess, left arm under right, sink low in your hips. Inhale, cow in your back, lift your chest, look up. Exhale, catch your back, round your spine, gaze down. Inhale, star pose, big lift and rise up. Exhale, warrior two, bend your right knee. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, high to low plank, your version, your way. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, kick your left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, bring your shoulders right on top of your wrists. Inhale, kick your left leg up. Exhale, low lunge, step it all the way through. Inhale, crescent lunge, lift your chest, reach high, steeple grip. Exhale, steeple grip, back bend, trace your fingers behind you. Inhale, crescent lunge, gaze forward. Exhale, angel wings, big sweeping motion down, navel to spine, spine stays long. Inhale, star pose, open to the side. Exhale, eagle arm goddess, right arm under left, tuck your tailbone down. Inhale, cow your back, arch your spine, lift your chin. Exhale, catch your back, round your spine, push your chin to your chest. Inhale, X pose, star pose. Exhale, warrior two, bend through your left knee. I guess it is X pose. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach up. Exhale, high to low plank. Take your time on your way down. Inhale, upward facing dog. What are you communicating through your practice? Exhale, downward facing dog. Let it be honest and expressive. Breathe in. Breathe out. We're going to add on just a bit. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, feet to touch at the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, chair, sit low into your chair. Exhale, airplane your arms, keep your weight in your heels. Nice, Kelly. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up, rise up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Maybe a swan dive down would feel good in your hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. You could hold high plank or do it from your knees. Inhale, upward facing dog. Looks great, James. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, kick your right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Last time on this side. Inhale, kick your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step it through. Inhale, crescent lunge, add the steeple grip. Exhale, back bend, trace your fingers behind you, lift your chest. We hold, my friends. Your body might feel a little bit more open now to add a sense of depth to the back bend, or maybe it's not about the depth in the physical posture as it is about committing to the depth in the energetic practice. How is communication flowing right now? What does truth and self-expression look like? And remember, it's from a space of purity rather than poison. You're here for 3. Back to crescent lunge, gorgeous Kamna in 2. And 1, back to crescent lunge, gaze forward, big breath in. Exhale, angel wings, big sweeping motion now. Now this time, inhale, airplane pose, press forward onto your right foot, kick your left foot up and back, broaden your chest, breathe in your airplane pose. Make some big expansive airplane wings here. Reach your fingers behind you, lift your palms a little higher than your hips, straighten your standing leg, stay with it, you're here for 3. You've got this. Step down to chair pose in 2. And 1, feet together to touch, chair pose. Bend your knees, lift your chest, breathe in. Exhale, full eagle on the left. Start with the arms, left arm under right, palms to touch or bear hug. Stand on your right foot, lift your left leg high, 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 and then bring your left big toe to the mat, keep it lifted or go for that double wrap. We're gonna do 2 eagle poses in our practice today, so let this one feel foundational. Take your time to feel it out. And know that you have another chance here to deepen what this posture might look like, or try something a little different. Notice where you're gazing, keep your navel up and in, hips square to the front. You're here for 3. Eagle arm, but one-legged mountain in the legs, and 2. And 1, keep your eagle arms, but unravel your legs, bend your left knee up, and then step back to an eagle armed crescent lunge. So take a big step back, plant your left foot down, shoulders over hips, and we'll continue our flow. Inhale, star pose, unravel, open to the side. Exhale, traditional goddess, thumbs to heart, bend your knees, sink low. 1 more to recapture breath connection. Inhale, star, big rise up. Exhale, goddess, tuck your tailbone as you bend at your knees. We'll move on. Inhale, star, rise on up. Exhale, warrior 2, bend through your front leg. Inhale, reverse warrior. This time, exhale, extended side angle. Reach, reach, reach forward. Drop your right palm down. Reach your left arm up. This is the one and only extended side angle we're going to do in our practice today. So feel that length in your side bodies. Rotate your torso open. And as always today, notice what's happening in your chin. Maybe you lift your gaze far up behind your left palm. You can look anywhere that feels okay with your neck, but make it an intentional choice. You're here for 3. Reverse warrior in 2. And 1, inhale, reverse warrior. Keep the bend in your knee. Exhale, high to low plank. Take your time, travel with your breath. Inhale, upward facing dog. You are fabulous, my friends. Exhale, downward facing dog. Final side. Inhale, kick your left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. 1 last time. Inhale, kick your leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step it through. Inhale, crescent lunge. Feel that length in your low back. Exhale, steeple grip, back bend. Clasp your palms together. Lift your gaze, add the arch in your spine. Breathe. So the balance in the throat chakra happens in paying attention to what passes through our throat. So not just the words we use, but it can be internal dialogue, internal conversation, right? So the words we tell ourselves, are they poison or are they pure? Treat yourself from a transcendent space of love. You're here for 3. Tell yourself really nice things. Crescent lunge in 2. And 1, crescent lunge, gaze forward, release your steeple grip, big breath in. Exhale, 1 more angel wings, big sweeping motion down. And then inhale, airplane pose. Press into your left foot, kick your right leg up and off the mat, broaden your chest, breathe. Lengthen your standing leg, feel your left quadricep really flex. Your right glute will flex as you kick your leg higher. Notice where you're gazing and glare into it. You've got it. You're here for 3. Step down to chair pose in 2. And 1, step down to chair, feet to touch, arms high, breathe in. Exhale, eagle on the right. Right arm under left, right leg over left. You take all the variations, you know what they are, that work in your body, but everything that's wrapped together, squeeze it even tighter. Sink really low into your hips, bring them back towards the front of your mat. For this one, let your spine stay really long. So point your tailbone under, feel your navel press in. You're here for 3. One-legged mountain with your eagle arms in 2. And 1, one-legged mountain, bend your right knee up, and then take that big step back to eagle armed crescent lunge. Plant your right foot down, lift your chest, then let's finish our flow. Inhale, star, make that big X shape. Exhale, traditional goddess. 2 times we'll do this to return to breath. Inhale, star, full breath to rise. Exhale, goddess, full breath to lower. Moving on, inhale, star pose. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle, left arm down, right arm high. I almost forgot the extended side angle. We would want to do that, right? Okay, spine nice and long. Rotate your chest open. So your left rib cage, feel it guide underneath your right. Same with your shoulder blades. Lift your right shoulder blade above your left And now with your spine really long, what's happening with your gaze? Where's your chin going as you reach through the crown of your head? Create space somehow in every posture. You're here for 3. Reverse warrior in 2 and 1. Inhale, reverse warrior. You are doing amazing. Exhale, high to low plank. Looks lovely, Ria. Inhale, upward facing dog. Open through your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. You are fabulous. Huge breath in. Huge breath out. Do that one more time. Big inhale, I am. Big exhale, honest and expressive. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step all the way through down to a seat on your mat. Whew, how you doing? Doing good? Thumbs up, feeling great? All right. We are gonna come back. We're gonna twist a little bit. Just a little bit of balancing, a little bit more movement with shoulders, but all this like chin up and down stuff is preparing us to do some really good postures towards the end that are more the restorative part of our practice. Is kind of a big piece today. So we'll definitely save time for that. Just a couple minutes of core. So come all the way down to your back. Set up some basic crunches to start. So hands behind your head, low back down, feet hip width distance near your seat. Breathe in. Exhale, lift your chest up off your mat. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift your chest. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift you up. So it is that exhale breath as always that is the power move here. So as you're doing the exertion and the movement, which is lifting up off your mat, add that exhale breath to help you lift a little bit more powerfully. Keep your gaze high. See if you can really relax your neck and your shoulders here and let your core muscles do the work. You're here for 4, 3, add a pulse in 2, and 1 tiny pulse. 1 inch up, 1 inch down, 1 inch up, 1 inch down, just for 4, 3, eagle crunches in 2, and 1. Eagle crunches, right arm first under left, and then right leg over left. Low back to the mat, breathe in. Exhale, crunch your elbows and your knees into each other. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, crunch it in. So the goal here with these crunches is to feel the challenge that the eagle arms and legs add to it, because everything's hugged to the midline. So your muscles are really having to do the work here rather than relying on any momentum that your body can create. Exhales help you crunch. Exhales help you crunch. Here, 4, 3, pulse it in 2, and 1, pulse it in just for 4, elbows to knees for 3, left side in 2, and 1. Set up the left side, left arm under, left leg over, low back down, breathe in. Exhale, crunch elbows to knees. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, crunch it in. Rely on the powerful motion in your abdominal muscles. So that's both the movement along your stomach, but it's also the movement along your low back. Exhales will crunch you in. Remember, exertion. Attach the exhale to the exertion. We're almost there. You're here, 4, 3, pulse it in 2, and 1 tiny pulse, just 4. Shoulder blades up for 3, tailbone up for 2, long body stretch in 1, long body stretch, arms long, legs long, unravel everything. Enjoy a nice big inhale. And a huge exhale. Amazing, my friends. Hug your knees to your chest. We'll meet in down dog, but find some little rock and roll side to side, forwards and backwards to get yourself there. On these hot summer days, especially for those of you practicing outside, definitely take a moment to grab some water. Stay hydrated. We're about halfway there. We're a little bit more than halfway there. So come back to your intention. Remember, we're opening lines of communication essentially, and that's opening lines of communication with us. And during the practice, I would say if a spiritual practice is a big part of what you do, you're opening lines of communication with that spiritual being. So let this be a moment of meditation, a moment of mindfulness, or if it's part of your practice, even a moment of prayer. Breathe in. Through your nose, breathe out. Now let's move on. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Come to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, chair pose. Bend your knees, lift your chest. Exhale, eagle on the left arm under right, left leg over right. So you're standing on your right foot with eagle on the left side. And this is eagle number 2. You know how to set it up. So find that foundational eagle posture that works for you. And all variations are welcome, my friends. And if you'd like to move into something different, you're welcome to do it. Maybe you do a little fly your eagle, carve out your belly, round your spine forward. You could try a closed eyes eagle. Is an interesting way to play with balance, right? But be careful as you do that. That's where the left toe on your mat may be a helpful little addition as well. Beautiful choices. Stay present. Nice, Jackson. You're here for 3. Rise up, one-legged mountain pose. Full one-legged mountain pose in 2. And 1. Full one-legged mountain. Bend your left knee up. Reach your arms high. Take a big breath in. Exhale, set up dancer. Kick your left heel to your seat. Grab the inside edge of your foot. Knees to touch, level your hips. Breathe in. Exhale, begin to dance your posture as much or as little as you please. With this particular dancer, we're focusing on what's happening in your left shoulder. So the front of your left shoulder is opening, actually stretching your left pectoral, as well as bringing your left shoulder blade a little bit more towards the middle of your back, which is the opposite of what happens in eagle arms. So the more you kick into your hand, the more you'll get that opening shoulder. You're here for 3. Airplane pose in 2. And 1, airplane pose, release, point your left toes back, and then step it down to warrior 1. Plant your left foot at the back of your mat, reach your arms up high, bend your right knee and breathe. Set up your warrior 1 legs, bring your right knee back up over your ankle, lift the back of your left thigh and pivot your right hip crease back. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, add a chest expansion grip behind you. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, humble warrior, lead with your chest and then guide your right shoulder towards the inside of your right leg. Similar to what we were just talking about in dancer, that's certainly what's happening with your chest expansion arms, getting a broader opening in the front of your chest, thus the name chest expansion, right? And it's also giving you the opposite motion from eagle arms, which we've done a lot of. So really lean into that opportunity here. Stay rooted at the back of your mat, commit to your breath. And again, what are you creating space for in your practice today? You're here for 3. Low lunge in 2. And 1, low lunge, fingertips down. You can take a bigger step back to get the low lunge legs with your left heel lifted. And then inhale, crescent lunge. Keep your hips square to the front, lift your chest. This time as you exhale, bring your thumbs to heart center. Inhale, lean forward, stay long in your spine. Exhale, revolve, crescent lunge. Twist your left arm on top of your right leg and open your chest towards the right side of your mat. We're going to twist a couple times, and in both times, you're going to notice what's happening from the base of your spine all the way through the crown of your head. The twist continues to open all the way through your chin and your gaze, right? So notice maybe you gaze up a little to the ceiling to add a little bit more expansiveness in the twist. Here for 3. Crescent lunge in 2. And 1, get crescent lunge, gaze forward, reach high, take a big breath in. Exhale, warrior 2, open your chest to the side. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten your front leg. Exhale, triangle pose, press your hips back, reach forward, then drop your right arm down and lift your left arm up. You can always use your block under your right palm. A little micro bend in your front knee will help you avoid hyperextension of your right leg. And then nice engagement from your pelvic floor. Squeeze your inner thighs. The more you push your tailbone back, reach the crown of your head in the opposite direction. And then again, what's happening with your chin? Maybe you lift your gaze up. You're here, 3. Runner's lunge in 2. And 1, runner's lunge, gaze at your mat and then plant both palms to the inside of your right foot. Toe heel your right foot out a little bit more. Definitely come down to your left knee. I mean, you don't have to, I guess, but it's going to be a lot more restorative if you bring your left knee down. You can even do a little quad stretch here. I've been really into quad stretch lately. If you do a lot more movement in the summer, like even just more walking, but if you're running or biking or anything like that, quad stretch is going to give you a really nice stretch to go with any of those physical activities. Stay connected to your breath. And from runner's lunge, we're going to do a kind of funky, different transition. So bring your palms back onto the mat, keep your back knee down, and then take your left foot and move it towards the right side of your mat. And you're going to come back and have a seat on the inside of your left foot. Then take your right foot to the outside of your left thigh, and you've set up some Lord of the Fishes legs. But if you're like me and your right butt cheek is really lifted up, then kick your left foot out long in front of you with your right foot next to your left knee. Then tent your right fingertips down behind you. Inhale, reach your left arm high. Exhale, add the seated spinal twist. Bring your left arm on top of your right leg, root under your sit bones, and then inhale, feel length in your low back. Exhale, twist from that low back space. Inhale, feel length in the middle of your spine. Exhale, twist from that middle back space. Inhale, lengthen the space between your shoulder blades. Exhale, twist your upper back. And then one more time, inhale, reach through the crown of your head. Exhale, twist your chin and your gaze more behind you. And then a real quick counter twist to the other side. Come back towards the front. Twist to the left just for one breath. And then a little bit different movement here as well. Bring both legs out long in front of you, arms in front of you, spine long. Take a big breath in. Exhale, right to legs up the wall. So keep that L shape in your body and then drop your spine down, your legs up, palms beside you. You can totally stay in legs up the wall, or to really get to a signature throat chakra pose, shoulder stand. For shoulder stand, lift your hips, press your palms to your low back with your elbows kind of creating a shelf on your mat. And the goal is to lift your hips directly over your shoulders and your heels directly above your hips. Keep your hands in your low back to help you protect it, but get more length in your spine as well. And again, notice what's happening in your chin. You're really compressing the front of your throat while using the back of your neck as a base for the entire posture. Stay present, breathe. You're here for 3. Gently hug your knees down to your chest in 2. And 1, gently bring your knees in, roll your spine down. Grab behind your legs, find a couple big rock and rolls here. And then come through to downward facing dog. Plant your palms at the top, step your feet back, lift your hips. That always makes me dizzy, so take a couple breaths here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, I am. Exhale, honest and expressive. Let's do the last side. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, chair pose, bend your knees, reach high. Exhale, eagle on the right side, right arm under your left, right leg over your left, so you're standing on your left foot. And again, all of the eagle varieties and all of the things that aren't eagle are all welcome, right? Your practice is your own. All of this is merely a suggestion. You know your body best. Where's your edge? Where's your comfort zone? Is now a time to push past it? Or is it not? You get to decide all of those things. And all of that, my friends, is honest communication with yourself. Pay attention to the messages happening because that's the energetic body doing its work. You're here for 3. Rise up, one-legged mountain pose in 2. And 1, one-legged mountain, unravel, bend your right knee up, take a big breath in, reach to the sky. Exhale, set up a dancer. Kick your right heel to your seat, grab the inside edge of your foot. When you grab the inside edge, that's how you know that your elbow and your shoulder are gonna stay open with your elbow pit open as well. As you're ready, begin to kick into the posture as much as you'd like. Again, giving a little bit more attention to what's happening in your shoulder as you do your movement here. Find that spot to fix your gaze. Stay really, really long in your standing leg, even as you arch your back and open and stretch your chest. You're here for 3. Airplane pose to warrior 1 in 2. And 1, airplane pose first. Release your foot back, reach your palms back, then big step down to warrior 1. Plant your right foot at the back of your mat, lift your chest, reach up, breathe. Pivot your left hip crease back, tuck your tailbone down, and feel your core ignite a little bit more. Breathe in. Exhale, add the chest expansion grip behind you. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, humble warrior, lead with your chest, then left shoulder towards the inside of your left leg. I can't really get my knuckles to lift up away from my butt very much, but you might find that that's actually a preferred version for you, to lift your knuckles a little higher or to get a little bit deeper into that chest opening stretch. Stay rooted at the back of your mat. Notice the crown of your head. Let it be relaxed and heavy here for 3. Low lunge in 2. And 1, low lunge, fingertips down. Step your right foot back a little bit more. Get low lunge legs. And we come to stand one more time. Inhale, crescent lunge, sweep your palms to the sky. Exhale, press your thumbs to heart center. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, revolved crescent lunge. Right arm on top of left leg. You could always do revolved crescent moon, or you could add on to revolved crescent lunge as well with some open arms. We've done a lot of shoulder stuff, so even like a bind or something like that. Take the twist however you want to take it. Inhales, you add a little length. Exhales, you twist a little bit deeper. You're here for 3. Crescent lunge in 2. And 1, face forward, reach up, breathe in. Exhale, warrior 2, open your chest to the side. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, triangle pose. As you push your hips back, reach forward. Then drop your left arm down, your right arm up. Last posture on your feet is this one right here, my friends. So set it up really well from the ground up. Push into your left heel, press to the knife edge of your right foot. Squeeze your inner thighs as you press your tailbone back, reach to the crown of your head, and then notice where your gaze is going. Maybe it's far up beyond your right palm. You're here for 3. Runner's lunge in 2. And 1, runner's lunge, gaze down, push your palms to the mat. Toe heel your left foot out a little bit more. Right knee definitely comes down. Whew, just breathe for a few breaths before we twist and do our final on our back postures. So again, communication and working to make what comes through our throat free from poison, thus the name of the chakra. So the words we speak, but it also comes down to the foods that we eat, the things we put in our body, as well as not what physically passes through our throat, but there's an energetic thing happening there too, right? So that's where the conversation with a spiritual being, as well as just how we talk to ourselves. I can be a real ass to myself, you know? Like some of the things I say to myself, I would never say to another human being. And that is some of the poison that we're talking about as well. All right, runner's lunge, right knee stays down. Bring your right foot towards the left side of your mat so you can come back and have a seat to the inside of your right foot, and then bring your left foot to the outside of your right leg. And again, if your left butt cheek is up off the mat like mine, bring your right leg out long, tense your left fingers behind you. Inhale, reach your right arm high. Exhale, twist open to the left with your right arm on top of your left leg. 4 breaths. Inhale, feel the length in your low back. Exhale, twist from the base of your spine. Inhale, lengthen the middle of your back. Exhale, twist your sternum open a little bit more. Inhale, lengthen that upper part of your spine. Exhale, twist your chest and your shoulders open a little bit more. And then inhale, reach through the crown of your head. Exhale, twist your throat to your chin, your gaze to the back of your mat. And slowly come back through center. One quick counter twist to the other side. And then both legs out long in front of you, palms in front of you. Make sure your block is nearby. Take a breath in. Exhale, legs up the wall. Keep your L shape. Drop your spine down, your legs up. You're welcome to another shoulder stand, or the other quintessential throat posture is plow pose. So for plow pose, same thing as before. Lift your hips, push into your low back, but bend at your hips, point your toes behind you. I'm using my couch because I can't get my toes all the way down to the ground behind the crown of my head. So something like a wall or a bench or something to bring your toes onto might work, or bring your toes all the way down to the ground behind you. Your toes can also hover in midair. That's totally fine. But if your toes are hovering, definitely keep your palms pushing into your low back for some support and stability in your spine. Notice again that your chin is pressing to your chest and the back of your neck is really rooted as the foundation in the posture. Breathe through that neck compression and stay connected here. You're here for 3. Come back through shoulder stand in 2. And 1, come back through shoulder stand, lift your hips, and then gently tug your knees into your chest, roll down to your spine. We'll set up supine figure 4. Bring your left heel to the mat, hook your right ankle on top of your left thigh. You could pull your legs into your chest by grabbing behind your left leg, or just simply stay here, or any other kind of hip opening stretch that you would like to do. The breath connection again is important, right? So stay connected to breath. As you're ready, switch to the other side. Bring your right foot down, bend your right knee, hook your left ankle on top of your right leg. And then gently unhook your leg and then bring your feet down to the mat. We're gonna set up a supported fish pose. So with your block at its longest length, you're gonna put it basically along the middle of your back. So your sit bones are still touching the mat. Lay over your block. The top of your block will be just under your shoulder blades likely. And then the back of your head comes down on the other side. From there, your legs could go long. You could do recline bound angle legs or broken bridge legs, whatever you'd like. But really let your front of your throat open here. Feel the support of your block. Lift your chest up and open a little bit. If this doesn't feel great physically, or your head isn't quite coming down to rest, you can also grab a pillow or a second block and bring it under your head, something to support your head. If it feels physically okay, but uncomfortable otherwise, I would invite you to stay present to it, because there's a lot happening here that we relate to vulnerability. That open heart, open throat, kind of rested position is something that we physically avoid, potentially because of like feeling insecure or unsafe. So you're on your yoga mat. You've spent 55 minutes doing a spiritual practice. You are safe. So take the opportunity. I'm just going to give you another 30 seconds or so in some silence to just stay present and open to that space that you're building in the throat chakra. Without lifting the back of your head, just roll to either side enough to reach for your block and slide it out from underneath you. Then bring your spine back onto the mat, hug your knees into your chest, and just get some nice motion in your low back. You can make some kind of like figure 8 motions in your low back on your mat, or just rock a little side to side to neutralize, let it feel really good. And then happy baby. Grab your feet and then kick them up towards the sky. Happy baby is actually going to be our final posture. We've done a couple of deep twists already. So you are always, of course, welcome to any other final movements you want to make, but let this happy baby just be a nice neutralization of your spine, as well as feeling that relaxation in your shoulders, release the tension in your neck. And then hug your knees into your chest, curl yourself into a tiny, tiny ball, wrap and hug around your legs, bring your forehead to your knees, chin to chest, big breath in, squeeze yourself really tight. Open mouth, exhale, Shavasana. Extend your legs long. Let your feet flop open, palms beside you, face up. A few minutes here to just relax and be open to the communication. Like, what is good communication, right? Good communication is honesty, it's courage, it's vulnerability, it's open-mindedness. So let all those things feel present in the surrender of your practice, and I'll guide you out shortly. Enjoy. These creating space for communication, especially communication that's free from poison, is really instrumental in this chakra journey, because as we move next, the final 2 chakras are really bringing us into the space of the divine. The third eye chakra that we'll start to explore next week is really a center of intuition and wisdom. And so all of this ability to be open and honest and pure in our communication. And again, not just how we talk, but how we listen and how we internalize will help us set such a space of success for that next piece. As you are ready to move on with your Saturday, just start to wiggle in ways that feel good. Really tiny wiggles at first, you're totally fine. Let movement start to grow until you're ready for that long body stretch that'll feel so nice. Point your toes, reach your arms behind you. Once you're there, take some time for a huge breath. And then as you're ready, hug your knees into your chest. Rock to either side to a little fetal posture. And then from that fetal posture, bring yourself up to a comfortable seat, face the front of your space. Sit up nice and tall, root under your sit bones, reach to the crown of your head. Just as we started, give one little tiny tuck to your chin to lengthen the back of your neck, and just notice your throat. Do you feel anything? Do you notice anything after giving so much attention to that one little part of ourselves? It's a little part that makes a big difference in how we show up in the world. Bring your thumbs to heart center. Take a moment to offer yourself some love, some gratitude, some appreciation for being willing to do a practice like this one that challenges us in all sorts of ways, but also brings some gifts with those levels of challenge. Bring your thumbs to your third eye. That chakra space we'll begin to explore even in more depth next week, a space of enlightenment, intuition, and humility. So grateful for our practice, so grateful for our community. Appreciate you all so much. Bowing forward, we seal our practice, saying peace.